Good morning, good afternoon and good evening to you, the good and wonderful people of the tube. Hope you are today, hope you're feeling grand and all is well in your world. Haha, hello. Today, a bit of an interesting video. This originally started out as a video where I was going to show you how to get the Big Wreck song Ghosts tone out of the CR120 as somebody asked if I could get that sound. And I felt I've got as close as I can get it out of the CR120, and it was originally going to start like that, but through messing around with the Big Wreck Ghosts guitar solo tone, I found another two very well known guitarists, one being the legend that is Mr. Stevie Ray Vaughan, and the other one being Mr. Sayce. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So first let's talk about Big Wreck Ghosts, headed by the awesome Mr. Ian Forney, awesome songwriter, awesome guitarist, awesome singer. Should be more well known, probably will be very soon. Hopefully. Anyway, so I've got the CR120 set up to kind of emulate the guitar solo and that kind of main kind of riff. So the clean channel's set up with treble on 10, bass on 2, and volume is on 7. And I've got the reverb on 6. And I'll talk about the dirty channel again in a minute, because this is where Phil Sayce and Stevie Ray Vaughan lie as well. So let's just focus on the clean sound. So it gives you this kind of, it's very bright, but it's like, and it's a very kind of cutting sound. And I've got the reverb in there because Ian actually uses I think it's dotted 8 note delay that goes decka 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 decka. But I'm not going to do that today. I'm not going to use delay. I'm just going to go straight in, as you can see, without using that. So, because it can be quite awkward sometimes to kind of program a delay. Anyway, I'm using my Squire Bullet Strat as well. So, you know, really cheap guitar, but it sounds awesome. I love this guitar. So, riff. Sounds like this. It's a really bright sound. That sounds really close to me. There's video footage of them playing it live. I think it's like it's live and it's like the Serpi or something like that. I forget exactly what it is, but he's using a Fiesta Red Strat, hence why I'm using mine. Well, Fiesta Red Sir, and it's a really good recording because you can kind of isolate guitarists, because obviously there's 3 guitarists in Big Wreck, and as you're looking at the screen, on the left, pan to the left, if you're listening, there's the guitarist with the double neck, and he's got a 6-string and a mandolin on top, and then kind of just off from that, kind of just a bit off centre is Ian, and then all the way to the right is the other guitarist with the Music Man guitar, and the guy with the Music Man on Ian's left, screen right, he's got this kind of out of phase sound. He's doing a riff out of phase. And Ian's is using a bridge picker below. And the guy on the right has got more of a humbucker clean kind of tone, and he's got like it's almost like a tape echo with a lot of modulation on his sound. It gives you this kind of like wobbly phasing kind of sound, and he's on the bridge pickup of his guitar with a humbucker, giving you this kind of like, same riff. I think he's actually just going like that, and it gives you this kind of swirly kind of sound. So that's where they are in the mix. So, but yeah, Ian's sound, the main kind of sound, is bridge pickup with that kind of. And it is quite fiddly because you've got to keep that kind of like going with your plectrum, and then pick out the kind of little dun with your middle finger. So I was saying, just to recap, so that's a treble on 10, bass on 2, and volume on 7, and it gives you a real. And it just sounds that sounds really close. I'll say, always let me know what you think. I mean, that does sound really close to me, and I say that version is probably best to kind of isolate everybody's kind of different sounds. So, moving along to the lead tone, which is the fun times ahead. this is basically an awesome Stevie Ray Vaughan inspired solo, and he just has that sound. So I've got the volume up on 10, treble off, middle is on 3, bass is off, and gain is on 6. Reverb stays the same at 6, and it gives you this. And again, sounds really close, and there is, I think it's either delay or reverb on his solo. It's very, very kind of spaced out. But again, that sounds really close to that kind of sound, especially when you kind of really ping the strings with your hybrid pick and you really ping those strings. I say, let me know what you think. But to me that sounds really close. So that's the Big Wreck Ghost tone. Again, I'll just recap. So clean channel, I've got the volume on 7, bass on 2, treble all the way up on 10. Dirty channel, I've got the gain at 6, bass is all the way off on 0, middle is on 3, treble's all the way off, volume is all the way up on 10, and reverb is on 6 on the spring setting. And it just sounds like... Okay, so that's Big Wreck Ghosts, and I say, let me know how close you think that is. Moving on to Phil Sayce now. So I'm going to talk about Phil Sayce sound. Yeah, it doesn't actually change sound. All you do is flick the switch down, and basically it's the exact same sound, just a bit more aggressive with your guitar. To me that sounds a lot like him, and I feel it's as close as I can kind of get to him without kind of using more of the gear he uses, which is mainly Fender stuff. So that kind of gives that sound. This is insane. All I've done is flick my select switch down. Reverb, I've left it at 6. It might be a bit too much reverb for Phil Sayce, but reverb is always a very... saying that, Phil Sayce loves reverb, so I doubt very much. That's probably not enough. But reverb is always very kind of a personal thing. So, Stevie Ray Vaughan now. If I turn the gain down now to 4.5 and put the reverb down to 4, start on the spring setting, shove my guitar in the middle. playing Stevie Ray Vaughan songs all day. So as I say, it's a bit of a strange video really. What started off as just literally, I'm deaf by the way. I should really be wearing earplugs for this sound. It's not nasty, but it is fairly kind of like, does kind of get in your ears, I'd say. So just be aware. So what originally started out as just the big red ghost tone, just one sound, just became 3 sounds, and I was like, what? So I thought, yeah, just mush them all into one video instead of doing 3 separate ones, because I know you're busy people. Anyway, let me know how close you think I got on those 3 sounds. I say the big red ghost sound, yeah, Phil Sayce, and Mr. Stevie Ray, and yeah, let me know how close you think that is, because to me, playing in this room and the whole sound I've kind of got straight in as well, no pedals, sounds really close. It really does sound close. And I say Squire Bullet, I'm not using anything like super expensive. I've got the gorgeous CL120 Marshall cab, 30 watt Celestians in here, or 25 watt Celestians in here, greenbacks. It just sounds really close. It's really close, and I say I'm not using any pedals or anything. I'm just straight in. The amp is a beast! Go! I love this thing. I absolutely love this thing. Can you tell? Anyway, thanks very much for watching, and I hope you have a great morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and I will see you again for another video very, very soon. Thank you very much. Goodbye now.